day. Let's see it.
Let's see it. Let's play pickleball. Oh. Christian being aggressive right out of the gate there, making the big step over.
0-0-1.
And I think obviously this match is going to come down to Frantova.
Second serve.
You know, newer obviously playing with Riley, and she's on the court with 3 top players in the world.
Yes. She's going to hold her own here.
Yeah, so you know she's got some jitters to fight through.
Definitely.
1-0-2.
Just got to find yourself, just find your way into the match. Just play within yourself. You're gonna may have the temptation to, you know, try to do more magical things than you typically do, but the key for her will just to be stay within yourself.
Yeah.
You know, just make sure to stay low with your legs, because when you're tight, you have a tendency to stand up straight and use more arms, but use all the big muscles, get the body flowing.
Gosh, Catherine reading that like a book. Tries to go down the line on her, and Catherine was already loaded.
0-1-2.
Yeah, and very interesting that Riley is playing on the right side of the court, so they're choosing not to stack with Riley on the left. So obviously, Frantova is more comfortable, I would assume, on the backhand side where their backhand dinks versus the forehand side. And Riley loves his backhand, so he again, as I mentioned earlier, with Jay DeVilliers, switches side of the court more than most players in mixed. Riley even more so. He loves his backhand. You know, when he used to play with his sister Lindsay Newman all the time, they would switch a bunch. So just huge to be that versatile, especially in mixed doubles.
Yeah. Oh, and here he stays on the left. Okay, so we'll have to watch that throughout this game when they decide to stay and switch.
2-1-1.
Yeah, I mean, that forehand dink looked a little awkward, but that's not her typical stroke. I think that was just kind of an awkward positioning for the ball. So, yeah, I think you're right. They're just kind of feeling out what makes sense based on the matchup.
Yeah, how they're feeling. Riley Newman able to get that one in the court.
2-1-2.
Nicely done by Martina Frantova. All right, they get the ball back here. Just not quite ready for that backhand angle. Kind of an awkward body movement there for Martina.
Yeah, and something that you can't do against Christian Alshon especially is give him dead dinks in the middle of the court. His forehand speed up, especially off the bounce, is one of, if not the best in the game. I mean, they're all pretzeled up over there. I mean, you just can't tell where the guy's going. He has the same stroke each time. You don't know if he's going to rip it or what spot he's going to. Hides it so well.
Yeah.
Got to keep the ball out of the middle of the court if you're playing against Christian.
Point.
We're hearing some of the championship court craziness right now.
It's a madhouse.
Yeah.
It's great.
Oh, good angles from Christian there. Kind of gets him on a bizarre pop and then gets him all the way over on the other side.
Yeah, when Christian speeds up, he does such a good job of keeping his body quiet for the counter. Some people have a tendency to kind of pop up and jump around, maybe fall back. But he speeds up and he is dead locked,
5-1-1.
laser focused on that counter, so he does such a good job backing himself up when he chooses to be aggressive.
ATP is successful. And I think we will take a timeout here.
Yeah, timeout from Riley.
All right. I wondered if they were Veolia keep Coral open. Catherine Parenteau and Christian Alshon with the lead.
Yeah, really, it's been too much Christian Alshon to start here. He's just playing so well. No unforced errors. Really just has taken control early of this match. A few too many dead dinks in the middle of the court has just allowed Christian to dominate.
Side out.
Flying Newman back in there.
Flying Newman. Yes, and they get the ball back. So successful timeout for them. Oh, man. Just pulls wide. Martina has so much power. If she harnesses it and gets hot, it is really hard to stop her, but it's also hard to get hot.
Yeah, she can crank that backhand counter. I mean, she was just a little bit early on that one. Just pulled it wide, but absolutely, no, she has power and can hang. It's just a matter if she can settle in.
Yep. She's been playing for many, many years.
6-1-1.
She's from Slovakia originally.
Point.
And like you said, joined on the court by some of the best in the game.
Yeah, it's intimidating.
7-1-1.
Oh, Christian Alshon doesn't even need to flick it. Well, he does flick it, but not very hard. Just in the right place. Placement over power.
That's just crazy. As you're in the middle of an Ernie, to be able to slow it down and hit a soft roller so perfectly is absolutely insane.
Gosh, Catherine. Oh, I thought that was going.
Second serve.
Catherine able to get that first one over.
8-1-2.
Defensive specialist.
Oh, yeah.
Lefty.
Steps over. Successful speed up by Catherine Parenteau.
She's gotten so good at that shot. When she takes it out of the air, you can't read where she's going. It gets Riley down the line. I think he was looking for the pancake forehand.
Right. Pretty substantial lead here. 9-1, excuse me, on the second serve. Oh, that would have been great.
Tweener King himself.
Tweener King.
He failed himself. Come on, man.
Yeah, he'll get another one.
You're the Tweener King. You got to make that, bro.
I'm sure he wants it.
1-9-1.
Very calmly watches it sail. So we are on the second serve, 1-9.
1-9-2.
Riley over on the left again. Oh, beautiful angle. Christian maybe guessing the wrong way on that.
Yeah, I think he's just playing super aggressive right now, which I don't mind. It's been working out really well, but yeah, Riley just with a perfect drive behind him.
Wow, Martina. Wow.
Side out.
Gosh. A little off speed.
I mean, that's just crazy.
Just
Riley has some of the best anticipation hands and counters in the game, and he's gotten schooled a couple times by Christian. That you just don't see that.
No. And again, Christian read that like a book, and Martina able to sneak it in the corner there. Very nice. So now they're on the second serve.
Yeah, great job by Frantova to be ready for that counter on the forehand side.
Just short for Catherine. So the ball goes back. They'll have another chance to come back here. 2-9 on the first serve.
2-9-1.
Fire, fight, and Catherine Parenteau wins.
I mean, Christian Alshon is just speeding up at will right now. Like, he just sped up 3 balls off the bounce in a row. You just don't see that.
He's feeling it. Wow, hard angle smack. He is really in his element right now.
9-2-1.
Yeah, some people recently on social media and just kind of the buzz has been just asking if is Christian the best player in the world now?
Yeah.
You know, I feel like it's a fair question.
Yeah.
With his level, how well he can play and how consistent he's been. I mean, he and Andre Diascu have 2 titles this year together in men's doubles.
Yeah.
He's coming in strong.
Definitely.
To say the least.
Yeah. Well, and that consistency is the key, right?
9-2-2.
Yeah, in all 3 disciplines, I mean, does well in mixed and in in singles as well. He's just truly one of the best players in the world. And continuing to improve. Also early 20s. It's a scary combo for anybody else.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking at myself in the mirror when I said that, by the way. So.
Oh, goes for the ATP. A little late on that, so they'll get stopped at game point. It'll be 2-10. Riley serving on the right side. Very nice, Catherine. In the middle.
But again, I mean, they're literally giving Christian everything he wants. They're hitting the ball in the middle of the court way too often.
Yeah. Catherine's such a steady partner, too.
Yeah, they need to press Catherine and then go back behind Christian just a bit.
Yeah.
Just no more middle of the court.
Not for Christian. Goes for a second ATP. Is defended. Oh, wow. Nice job by Riley on that one. Keeping steady.
Nice little pancake forehand counter from Riley.
3-10-2.
That one goes long, so the ball goes back over. They get one out of it, though, so we're at 10-3, game point. Catherine serving. Wow, Riley Newman.
Go behind him.
Wow, did he hear you?
I'm trying to yell over here in the booth.
Yeah, I guess so.
10-3-2.
I mean, that's about all you can try to do against a player playing as hot as Christian Alshon, is try to keep him honest.
Yeah.
Don't let him dominate from the middle of the court.
And they do. That's a quick 2 and out for them. So back over. 3-10 on the one. Christian was ready for it, but I think anticipated it too much, put too much into it.
Yeah, great down ball there from Riley Newman on the backhand side.
He jumps up, but doesn't touch it.
He's got those basketball hops.
Yeah.
His favorite sport, I think.
Oh, really?
Played college basketball and college tennis, I believe.
Oh, Catherine Parenteau.
That slippery off-speed down the line is just so good.
Down the line, not what Martina was expecting.
Because then the next time she'll pull it at your right shoulder and kind of pull it cross-body. She's perfected that shot.
Yeah, and they finish with Martina on the left here. Or I guess don't finish, sorry, excuse me. But they have switched.
Yeah, they started the match this way, and they just kind of keep switching, which, you know, I don't mind, because if you're trying to break a team out of their rhythm when they're playing that well, it's good to give them different looks. And, you know, as you're continuing to search for the rhythm yourself. And it's also dependent on if they're serving or returning, which side they're playing on. Whatever Riley feels like is the right move.
They're laughing as they get the ball back from the fans.
10-4-1.
Nice from Christian. Oh, and the net just makes it out of reach. So that's
insult to injury there.
Insult to injury, exactly. Here to have a different outcome for game 2.
I mean, somehow keep the ball away from Christian, which is almost impossible. But, you know, you saw at the last couple points that Riley and Martina won at the end of game 1 when they got a side out, because they went behind Christian. They stopped hitting these dead balls, dead dinks into the middle of the court, just allowing Christian to dictate with the forehand like he's continuing to do. So that's about the only chance they have.
Yeah.
Catherine just playing so well. No errors, resetting, countering, and she's ready for it when Christian speeds up. So she's doing a great job as well. It's obviously not all Christian, but Christian is the one who's starting the aggression typically. But Catherine has had some really nice forehand speed up, off speed, down the line.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, man.
Absolutely filthy.
Backline lob, perfect, textbook, and then just barely. Nice little soft feather out of reach of Riley Newman.
Alshon just doing pretty much whatever he wants out here with the ball.
Yeah. When you've got such a steady partner as Captain Parenteau. Oh my goodness.
He is human.
He's human.
He made an error. Foot falls on Christian. on the Burt.
When you can rely on Catherine, though, to have your back in all those situations, it makes it easy to play free.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, having someone like Catherine who's so positive, too.
Oh, yeah.
And so consistent and just does everything well.
Yeah.
Smart player, too. It's very helpful. Just makes you feel confident when you can trust your partner. Yeah,
Catherine does have a great demeanor about her.
She does.
Great teammate.
Yeah, my fellow Mad Drop.
0-3-1.
LA Mad Drops.
Yes.
Represent.
That's a great name.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
Martina unable to get that kind of bizarre angle of a dink back over the net.
1-3-1.
So the ball will stay with Catherine. Martina.
Crazy resets. Oh, but then she chooses to go to Christian.
Oh, Martina.
Riley taking the blame now. Good partner.
Oh, man, oh, man.
I mean, that is true, though. Riley is so good at being ready for that stuff. He knows that he could have had it, even though I think it was an ill-advised speed up from Frantova.
Not the best decision yet.
Pulling from below the net, going, at Christian's, upper shoulder.
Here we go.
Second serve.
Christian kind of throws his hands up after that one.
3-3-2.
So we're tied up here. All right. Oh, Martina. Backhand volley. Nice angle.
Yeah, she's really settling in. I mean, the last couple points.
Yeah, she's been looking good.
Yeah, I mean, from resetting to counters and putting the ball away, she's definitely dialed in much more than she was game 1. So kudos to her for just getting settled in a pretty tough environment with the other 3 players here on the court.
And that's what you said. You can't leave that up for Christian Alshon.
Yeah.
Right within his reach. Not hard for him to step over Catherine. Catherine will let him all day.
3-4-2.
That one just long. So the ball stays with Alshon and Parenteau.
4-3-1.
Oh, sorry. Goes back over to Alshon and Parenteau. Oh, nice, Riley.
Serve.
Very focused. Didn't slam it, but just put it right in the right spot so Christian couldn't get to it.
And that's the benefit of Riley being back on the left in front of Catherine. He's the one who sped up and earned that that put away. So if they choose to stay here, when Riley gets the ball, he just needs to try to be aggressive with Catherine if he can.
Oh, Catherine, backhand beauty.
But then she does stuff like that.
5-3-2.
Great. Nice, Martina.
Point.
And it's tough as well if you're Newman and Frantova. Who do you return to? Do you want to return to Christian and allow him to drive the ball, or do you want to return to Catherine who has amazing drops and then allow Christian to crash? It's not a good option either way.
It feels impossible, I'm sure, a lot of times. So we have a
time
and Christian has the ball.
7-3-2.
Oh, the Burt.
Side out.
I just learned that one.
Burt and Ernie.
Burt and Ernie. Burt is when you step over your partner.
Not really sure why we went with Sesame Street names to make the sport even more interesting sounding. But
I thought maybe Ernie was named after a guy, and then they just were like, well, hey, we'll name the other one Burt, because, you know, Burt and Ernie.
Yeah, I mean, I think the original guy that did Ernie's, his name was Ernie, which is true, but then Burt, I think, just someone was like, hey, Burt and Ernie.
Yeah.
I don't really know. makes it hard to describe to people who don't know pickleball for them to take it seriously.
Yes, exactly.
If they haven't played before.
Exactly. The word dink is kind of a hard one as well.
So it makes our sport special.
Yeah. Ooh. Christian really good off that kind of rising ball. And then Catherine just not quite ready for what came back at her.
Yeah, but then Riley
5,
does such
7,
a good
1.
job in the middle of a firefight, redirected it behind Catherine with his backhand, which is a tough shot to hit, so executed that very well.
Second
Martina, a little over aggressive there, I think.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
5,
when Christian's
7, 2.
speeding up, he's not over hitting it. I mean, he's picking spots and hitting it, you know, similar
Point.
pace sometimes. So I think Frantova just needs to settle in on her counter. She's over swinging.
6, 7,
like you said,
2.
she's just trying to crush the ball and being a little bit too aggressive. Just, you know, kind of calm down, relax, keep a loose grip on the paddle. Don't death grip it.
Side out.
Riley there with a little jump. He says, it's okay, Martina. He's a good teammate too.
Friendly fire.
Yeah.
7, 6, 1.
Yeah, Riley wants that one back big time. I mean, 7-6, they're doing a great job of hanging in here in game 2, but to have a self-inflicted wound like that is tough.
That one tagged the line?
It looked like it from this view.
Good job, Martina.
7, 6, 2.
So
you know who you're rooting for.
Well, hey, no. I'm just happy to see everybody doing their best. And that one sails.
Point.
So Catherine will serve.
8, 6, 2.
Gosh, Catherine Parenteau. So impressive that she can go back and forth that many times with Riley Newman. Unable to come up with it, but still super impressive.
Yeah, both players are
6, 8, 1.
Keeping him pinned back. Yeah, that's the ticket. Keep him on that back line, make it hard to reset.
6, 8, 2.
All right, Martina.
Side out.
So again, for our newer viewers, if that ball hits that center line,
8,
that
6,
ball is
1.
in. But since it was in that other box, it is out.
I mean, that's fortunate there from Christian. That speed up was going out.
Yeah.
Clips the tape, somehow pulls off the point. So.
Yes, Martina able to kind of get in front
9,
of it,
6,
and then
1.
Christian just too aggressive on that.
Sometimes it pays to be aggressive, though.
Definitely, especially if you're Christian Alshon.
Yeah, it works for him. Jeez.
10, 6, 1.
All right, so we're at game point here.
Newman sitting
Second
all
serve.
over that.
Oh, yeah.
Alshon talking to himself. He's like, what am I thinking?
And we're still on that last game point
10,
on the
6,
second
2.
serve. Oh,
Side
so
out.
again, that is a let on the ret courts. Actually, no, on the ret courts, we wouldn't let that go because it dropped in the kitchen.
6, 10, 1.
Nice, Martina. Gets that sharp angle on Christian Alshon, who snuck over to Catherine Parenteau's side.
I mean, really, Martina saved Riley on that one. Riley kind of with a dead third that was just sitting there for the taking.
7, 10, 1.
Frantova sitting on that, comes up with a great counter.
Switching sides. Got a little scramble. Okay, they've managed a bit of a comeback here. 7-10 on the second serve.
Yeah, I mean, they're fighting. They're doing everything they can to will themselves to stay in this thing.
Tags Catherine.
Get out of my face.
Hand up. Sorry, Catherine. Love Martina.
8, 10, 2. Side out.
Man. So we'll go over for another try at game point. Catherine Parenteau has to serve.
10, 8, 1.
again, that great angle, 2 backhand volley.
Match point.
Yeah, great shot from Martina there. She's crushing that backhand.
10-8-2.
Yeah, Christian's leaving it up for her, and she's putting it right back down.
That's in.
Oh,
Shoot.
Oh.
Riley into the crowd. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
wow. Catherine Parenteau, first of all, amazing reflex